Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Your old buddy Tim back in the conference room today because it is a yucky day outside here in Alabama. A little rain today, so thought I would just do the video from here. The video today is about a question that I get quite a bit now, and that is this. Hey Tim, that'd be me. Are people overpaying for property, for houses in North Alabama? Well, as usual, there's kind of a short answer, but then there's a long-winded answer. The short answer is sometimes, not always, but sometimes. But before you really dive into that, you have to define what do you mean by overpaying in this market. Okay, now this market, again, we're at a 20-year low in inventory. The demand far outweighs the inventory. Appraisals are kind of going out the window, and we have people moving here with lots and lots of cash. And whenever you have a lot of cash buyers in a real estate market like ours, it is going to drive prices up. It will somewhat inflate the value of the homes, but it will cause other people, even those with money, it will cause them to technically overpay. But let's define overpay. Do we mean overpay as in paying above asking price? Yes, that happens here a lot. Do we mean overpaying as in paying more than the appraised value of the home? Again, yes, that happens here a lot. Now, you probably know this, when a home appraises, an appraisal really is just the value of a home given to the lender to let them know how much they should loan on a property, all right? The appraiser goes out, he looks at the property, he does all of his stuff, he goes back and he looks at comps that have sold in that market, that area, typically within the last 12 months. That's how they determine the appraised value of a home. Now, if you're in a market like ours, where home values, number one, are through the roof by themselves, but then you have people paying above value for the home, that's going to affect how the homes appraise. All right, so are people paying above appraised value? Yeah, quite a bit of the time. Now, what happens if you are buying a home and you have said you would give more for it than the appraised value turns out to be? For example, let's say it's a $300,000 home. It's in the city of Madison, hot market. They get 5 offers. All of them are above ask, but the top offer is $325,000. They're willing to go $25,000 over the asking price. Well, the question then becomes, are they willing to bring cash to the table in case the home doesn't appraise? Now, if they're paying cash, they don't care. There is no appraisal. The appraisal only happens when there is a lender involved. So if they're paying cash, it's a complete moot point. But what if that $300,000 house that they've offered $325,000 on only appraises for $300,000? Well, they've got to either go back to the seller and try to renegotiate price, or they've got to be able to bring the extra $25,000 to the table. So you can ask, are those people overpaying for that home? Well, according to the appraised value, they are. But here's the thing. When someone buys a home for cash, it sets the bar, meaning that when the appraisers go back and start looking for the comps, they're going to see, okay, this home sold for this much, this home sold for this much, wow, then this one sold way up here. And it's because someone paid cash. But still, it does set the bar. The appraisers have to take that into consideration. So the cash buyers are the ones that are driving up those values. All right. Are they overpaying? Yes, they're overpaying. Are they doing so willingly? In most cases, they are. Because here's the thing. It comes a point where logic and reason and economy just kind of go out the window in a housing market. When you've got a market that is so competitive, like ours, where, you know, even crappy little houses are getting 4 or 5 offers and going, you know, 5, 10, 20. I've had them go as much as $75,000 over ask. There is emotion at play. Forget the numbers. It's emotional. Okay, I'm moving here. I've got to find a house. My new job starts in a month. I'm bringing with me a bag of cash from my old house in DC. You know, I'm going to pay whatever it takes. Emotion takes over the market. And I think that's what's happening in a lot of the cases here. There is that fear of missing out, FOMO. And then there's other things at play here too. But honestly, if you're a buyer and you've been in this market trying to buy a home and you've missed out on 3 or 4 homes, desperation sets in, sense of urgency really kicks in. So you are more than happy, if you have the funds to do so, to pay more than you should, and you overpay for the home. So the very long answer to that little short question is yes, people are overpaying here sometimes, a lot of the time. I see it happen more and more. It drives the lenders and the appraisers crazy, because up until recently, the appraisers really were the ones that determined the home prices. You know, when someone calls me as a realtor and says, hey, I have a house I want you to list, the very first thing I do is I do exactly what the appraisers do. I go on in the MLS, I look at homes that have been sold in that neighborhood or that market within the last 12 months to get an idea of what I might be able to sell that home for. And what I typically will do, if the home is in good shape, I look at what was the high bar. What was the most expensive comp sold? And we're going to go a little above that. That's what asking is going to be. But again, you've got to remember that we've got people moving into this market who are just ripe with cash. They have a house in DC or one of the larger markets where the property values are much higher than here. I had a client sold a 1,500 square foot house in DC. Excuse me, he got like $750 for it. That same house here might be $250. So he comes here with all of this cash and he can pretty much buy whatever he wants. And that's another part of the emotional aspect of this. People love to throw around money. They really do. Okay, just tell me, and I've had this happen, just tell me, what is it going to take for me to get this house? And that's how much we'll throw at it. So anyway, the answer to the question is yes, some people are overpaying here in this market and going above ask, going above appraisal. But in a market like this, you really do not have a choice. If you're going to compete, you've got to be ready to make that offer, waive the appraisal, cash is king, and then you might have a chance if you go, you know, who knows, 5, 10, 15, 20 grand over. The ones that I feel sorry for are those buyers who are traditional buyers, meaning that they have to go get a home loan. They're going to put down anywhere from 3 to 20%. They have a limited amount of cash. They can buy a house, you know, they're pre-approved for this level. Those folks in the competitive markets here are really behind the 8 ball. They're behind those buyers who can come in and say, we'll pay cash, or we're going to do a loan, but we can waive the appraisal and bring cash to the table. They're really behind those folks. And those are the clients I see that have put out 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 offers on homes and not gotten a single one. And that's a whole emotional thing as well, because man, that can really upset you if you start to think, well, I'm never going to be able to find a home in this market. So anyway, yes, people are overpaying for homes. It is an emotional market, and those who do have the cash are the ones that are winning the deal. So, hey guys, sorry if that was a downer, but you know, I got to tell it like I see it. If you like what we do here on the channel, do me a favor, click that little subscribe button, click the bell notification icon, give us a thumbs up, and that lets YouTube know that you kind of like what we do. Don't forget, if you are moving to the area or you're interested in moving here, let me know. I've got Revolved Realty here. We've got 70 some odd agents, and some are odder than others who are here ready to go to work for you. And we will do our absolute best to find you the perfect home for you and help you win those deals. We're very good at what we do, and we can get in there and go to work for you. So that's it, guys. Hope you have a great day. I will talk to you soon. Bye.